for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Donald Trump set out these diversity outreach programs. How did you get involved?
Basically, I got in contact with Michael Cohen, who is the special counsel to Mr. Donald Trump, and I informed him that I would like to help out with the outreach for not just minorities, but for women, for Hispanics, for Asians, for Arabs, for everyone to learn about this candidate. You know, he talked about jobs and improving communities and national security, tougher immigration, schools, everything. If you're an American, you are concerned about. It doesn't matter that you're black or white or purple. I always tell people when ISIS straps on their bombs, they don't say, hey, let the black person walk by, let the Hispanic walk by, and then blow the white guy up. No, they say, I'm going to blow up Americans. They see us as Americans.
That's
and as soon
true.
as we see each other that way, the
But
better.
what do you say to people who are concerned about his comments about Mexicans are rapists, or the president's birth certificate, or Muslims shouldn't be allowed in the country? How do you address that?
What I would say is that legal immigrants are tired of fighting illegal immigrants for jobs, just like Americans are tired of fighting illegal immigrants for jobs. Every good Muslim, I don't know one good Muslim who has a problem with Donald Trump saying a radical Islamic terrorist, because they are sick and tired of the stain that comes on the religion when you have this minority, this few that's ruining it all for the entire religion. That's the same thing as far as with black people. All black people aren't bad. We all work. We do what we're supposed to do. But you have pockets in our communities that are shooting people. Right here in Chicago, 3,600 dead in the black community. And so we have got to be concerned about one another. And what Donald Trump is saying is, look, I want to be the president of the United States. I don't want to be the president of black America, white America.
So you'd want to see stop and frisk on the south and west side?
Stop and frisk is already on the south side and the west side of Chicago. I'm in the courtroom every single day, and a lot of my clients that come in have been stopped and frisked, and they found guns or drugs or whatever, and some of them, they were innocent. Don't get me wrong. But that's going on every single day. What we need is for the people in these violent communities need jobs. We know that when Americans are at work, who has time to think about crime when you're at work? We know that the devil's workshop is idle hands. And so what Donald Trump is saying, look, his best answer is, I want to bring jobs. Let me do it for you. Best debate line: Democrats care about the inner city when it's election time. After election time, what do you get? Zero. What was her response? Quiet. Why? Because that is the truth. He told the unadulterated truth. And even though people don't want to hear the truth is bitter, but we have to swallow it. The Democratic Party, I voted for over 20 years of my life. I voted for Barack Obama when he said he was going to bring hope and change. And yes, we can, and no, we didn't. The jobs didn't come. The better schools didn't come. The investment in our communities did not come. National security, our borders are open. We're not safe. We're not safe. And we've got to stop thinking as black and white and purple and Arab. We've got to start thinking as Americans. And that's what Donald Trump is saying. We're Americans, America first.
So do you think he won over people last night?
I do. I believe that people who are looking at the issues and not just emotionally voting, based on, I don't like what he said, I don't like what he did. Neither candidate is perfect. But you've got to look at the candidate that is saying, look, jobs, national security, tougher immigration, education. We need to stop being screwed on these trade deals. We are getting screwed. Let's get people in there who know more about money that can fix this $19 trillion debt. That's what people have to be concerned with as Americans, not Democrat, not Republican, as Americans.
Thank you for joining us this
morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure to meet you.
But make no mistake about it, slavery has returned. And she is more vicious than ever before, because this time she is colorblind. 31% of white Americans are welfare recipients. 33% of black Americans have fallen for the same rules, and 28% of the Latino community has believed the lie that the government can take care of you from the cradle to the grave. All the while losing their humanity. So when Trump talks about the lies that the Democrat Party has told and the failed policies, both in economics, education, and crime, your heart should be stirred with passion and strength to do something about it. We pranced around in our arrogance. We have pranced around in our arrogance, believing that just maybe something will happen without us doing anything. Just not the case. With the growing population of Hispanics and the decline of the black populace, Jim Crow laws like the Clintons' war on drugs has incarcerated millions of black men. Has left millions of women without husbands, millions of children fatherless. The reason why 1.5 million black men are not in our communities is because of the war on drugs. That's the Democrats' full-out assault against the black man. It is their emasculation of everything that the culture of black stand for. They have been emasculated, an entire culture. What will we do about it? So let me tell you this. If you come in this rally thinking that it's a revival, this is not a revival. This is a place where you get armed up to fight. So when Trump starts talking about going into the inner city communities and changing the rhetoric, when he talks about going into the inner city communities and offering a hand up instead of a hand out, I can't help but listen and know that it's the truth. So then we must engage. We must engage in the areas of education by offering charter schools and academies to teach our children. We must engage. We must engage in the area of economics by empowering entrepreneurs, not to be job seekers, but job creators. We must engage. We must engage in the areas of crime to make sure that we are not pulling men from homes. We must engage. 94% of black Americans vote Democrat. And have so for half a century and to no avail. If you believe that they are sleeping, you are sadly mistaken. There will be no greater time than now for us to go into these communities and teach them freedom and economic independence. So now you stand at the precipice of change, and times like these are monumental. We must not allow our people to fail. We must not allow the return of slavery. We must prove President Johnson wrong. He thought that the black community would sell their birthright for a bowl of soup, for 200 years, he was sadly mistaken. So let's send a message from Texas to all of America that this is the part of Abraham Lincoln and we will not be divided. Trump, 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 Trump. God bless Texas. God bless America. And God bless you all. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's give it up again for R.W. Bragg.
We're going to rebuild our country. Our infrastructure is a disaster. Our country is a mess with $20 trillion in debt. Think of it, $20 trillion. At the center of the effort will be, in fact, the rebuilding of our inner cities. Nearly 4 in 10 African-American children live in poverty, including 45% of African-American children under the age of 6. Think of that. The schools are failing. The jobs are leaving, and millions are trapped in poverty. So to the African-American community, I say, vote for Donald Trump. I will fix it. I will fix it.
That was Donald Trump earlier today at a rally in North Carolina. Now, tomorrow night, I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio, with the GOP nominee doing an hour town hall focusing on issues that impact the African-American community. Now, we'll be doing that event tomorrow, and we'll have guests at the church at the Buckeye State. Joining us now is the CEO for the National Diversity Coalition for Donald Trump, the Reverend Darrell Scott, and also joining us, Senior Advisor for African-American Outreach for the Trump campaign, Omarosa, is on my show. I can't believe it.
Hi, Hannity.
You have one name. Everybody knows you as Omarosa, and Fox News contributor DeRoy Murdoch. Since Obama's been president, there's been a 58% increase, Black Americans on food stamps. Yeah. We have 12 million more Americans on food stamps, 8 million more Americans in poverty, a 20% increase of Black Americans out of the labor force. These are real people, real suffering, our fellow countrymen. Democrats play the race card every year. Will it work this year, Pastor?
I don't think it will. You know, Americans are not stupid, and Black Americans are not stupid. We hear Hillary, we hear Donald Trump, and what Donald Trump is saying makes more sense than what Hillary Clinton is saying. She's trying to sell us on some type of fantasy of some utopian society, while Trump assesses the world through a realistic viewpoint. And Trump is saying we have to deal with the world the way it is and not deal with things the way we wish they were. And so what happens is the Democrats, Hillary Clinton, they try to make it a personal choice rather than a political choice. And, you know, she'll say, well, women don't vote for Trump because he's a misogynist, and foreigners don't vote for him because he's a xenophobe, and blacks and minorities don't vote for him because he's a racist. But that's not working. The field is clearer now. We don't have 19 different voices to hear. There are 2 candidates left. We're able to hear what she says. We're able to hear what he says. We're able to process it. And once again, what he says makes a whole lot more sense than that crazy stuff she's talking about.
Omarosa, you're going to be joining us tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you again. And what are your thoughts on all this?
You know, I think it's important to note that the African-American community has been extremely loyal to the Democrats, but unfortunately, the Democrats have not been loyal to African-Americans. Among those statistics that you mentioned, we also saw home ownership among African-Americans drop significantly. When you look at a city like Chicago, where 60% of the young African-American men are either unemployed or not in school, we are failing the community, and Donald Trump wants to bring change to the inner city.
And he's reaching in deep. He keeps giving speech after speech and black church after black church. He's saying, I want your vote. I'll fix the educational system.
He's willing to earn it. He's not going to take the African-American community for granted, as the Democrats continue to do.
And I like that he's asking for those votes, because Republicans, frankly, in the past have not done enough outreach.
That's exactly right. Somebody asked me today, what is the secret? Why is Trump increasing his support among black voters, according to one poll, up to 19.6? And if that's true, that's just astonishing. I said it's very simple.
That was the Pew poll.
Yeah, very simple. he's asking for black votes. That usually doesn't happen. Usually Democrats say, well, they're going to win, so we'll just blow them off.
He takes it personally as a personal insult.
Really an astonishing comment that somehow that we owe it where his property and we're supposed to do as our master says or something like that. That's just appalling. And I think that Trump is doing the right thing. He's going out and asking for black votes, which is unusual. And he's doing so on very specific issues like school choice, for example. He's very, very specific about school choice. He wants to have a block grant program to give states, I believe it's $20 billion that they can use for school choice initiatives. And you look at Hillary Trump and she's completely a tool of the teachers union.
Preparing for the interview?
Yeah. Waters World homework.
Right here?
Right here.
0.2.
Hello. Did you watch the debate at all?
No, I was drinking margaritas.
What did you do last night instead of watch the debate?
Oh, last night I got really tired. Me and my friends were hanging out and we had a fight and I went to sleep.
Brilliant. For shizzle dizzle.
It was on at 9. I fell asleep. Too much of the no. Just some of the other stuff?
That's right. Is that a joint, man?
Do you know where the debate was?
Miami.
Long Island.
Hawaii.
Who won last night?
Not Hillary Clinton.
Trump killed it.
Oh, Donald Trump.
Who won last night?
Hillary.
She beat the out of Donald Trump. It's like a boxing match, right? Hillary hit him with a 1-2. Bing, bing. I'm yelling at the TV. Donald, do something. Do something. Do something. You didn't do it. It was a boxing match. You said that already!
Tell me why you think Hillary won.
She seemed a little more confident. Whenever she would speak, Donald would kind of steal some of her ideas and repeat them. It would have been nice to see him kind of go off of his own opinions.
He chumps everyone up. He just shuts everyone's mouth up. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Are you going to vote in November?
I'm going to vote for Donald.
Really?
I didn't see that one coming, no.
How do you think Lester Holt moderated?
I think he was good about time management.
I think he interjected a lot on Trump. I think he was softer on Hillary.
He didn't bring up Benghazi. He didn't bring up the Clinton Foundation. He didn't bring up any of her lies.
Last night in the debate, Hillary didn't, stop and frisk.
She just went on. She ain't stopped and frisk. She did what she had to do.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever been stopped and frisked?
All the time. I got off the train and got right there, and I had a knife on me, but it was a brand new knife from the store.
You don't have a knife on you now, right?
No, I don't have a knipe on me now.
Just checking.
That's a knife.
You don't care if people pat you down?
They're going to do what they're going to do.
Do you think we should stop and frisk Trump?
Yes, everything. He's packing everything. That's why the ISIS is here.
Trump and Hillary battled over ISIS.
It was nice to see her actually say ISIS.
What's the most important issue facing you in America?
I don't have any problems.
You don't look so good.
Donald Trump said Hillary's been in public life for 30 years. All of a sudden, she's looking for solutions?
I agreed with that statement 100%.
Trump says he's not going to release his tax returns unless Hillary releases her 30,000 deleted emails.
That's a good idea. We're trying to figure out what's in her emails, and she's deleting it.
Do you delete your emails?
Yeah, immediately.
Oh, hell no.
Whose world is it?
Trump's world.
Do you know who I am?
Jesse Waters.
I don't even have to do this.
And this is your world.
You beat me to it.
All right, here's Waters. What percentage of people you speak to do you consider in some form of inebriation?
Including me?
Let's put you aside for a moment. We'll drug test you right after the show. But
I would say in Port Authority, maybe 10 to 15%.
all right, so 10 to 15%.
Yes.
But that doesn't stop you, does it?
No. That encourages me.
You're right. You might even encourage the guy with the clown nose. Was there a reason for him wearing that?
I'm going to go with drugs.
I mean, was he involved in any circus activity that you could see?
He hit me with a squirt gun after the interview.
Right. And this is a Yale graduate, you know, right?
Yes.
And this guy, he ought to have his own show.
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah, we're going to put him at 4 o'clock.
In fact, you don't know this, but even after you left, he continued. Right?
Yeah, the cameras weren't even there.
New York City, I mean, the best SOT, sound on tape, in the world. Waters, everybody, there he is.